She almost walked away before anyone even knew her name. Not because the work was too hard, but because the battles inside her own mind were louder than the dream she was chasing. Her name was Mariah, 29, living in a small rented room outside Phoenix. By day, she worked a front desk job at a local gym. By night, she tried to build a tiny online shop selling personalized journals. She wasn't trying to become a millionaire. She just wanted to prove to herself that she could create something people truly valued, something of her own. But every decision felt heavy. Every step felt like walking through thicker air. She struggled with thoughts that many young Americans know too well. What if my ideas aren't good enough? What if people judge me? What if I try and nothing happens? The pressure wasn't financial alone. It was emotional. In her family, success looked linear. Safe job, predictable income, stability. So when Mariah told them she wanted to try something creative, she could feel doubt in every polite smile. She wasn't just fighting to make a sale. She was fighting to believe she belonged in a world that encouraged boldness while she felt anything but bold. Her tiny desk sat in the corner of her room. A lamp, a notebook, a laptop that hummed like it wanted to rest as badly as she did. But Mariah kept pushing, hoping someday the effort would make sense. The lowest moment came on a Wednesday night. Her shop had been open for 3 weeks. 0 sales. Not one. She refreshed her screen again and again, waiting for something, anything. Nothing changed. She felt the drop inside her chest. Her vision blurred a little. Her whole body felt warm and heavy. It wasn't the disappointment of no sales. It was the fear that her inner critic had been right all along. She closed her laptop slowly, almost ceremonially, like she was burying something. Tears came quietly. Not dramatic, not loud, just a slow expression of everything she had carried alone. She asked herself the question every struggling creator whispers at least once. Why am I doing this if I'm not good enough? Thoughts spiraled. Maybe she should quit. Maybe some people simply weren't meant to build anything of their own. Maybe she had overestimated herself. She went to bed early that night, heart heavy, mind exhausted, hope nearly gone. The shift came the next morning at the gym. She watched a woman in her 50s trying to lift a small dumbbell. Her arms trembled. Her face tightened with effort. After a few seconds, the woman put it down and said, "I'll never get stronger if I keep stopping here." Mariah froze. That line felt like it was meant for her. She realized she had been stopping at the same weight in her own life. The limits inside her head were heavier than any dumbbell in that building. That night, she didn't magically feel confident, but she sat at her desk again. She reviewed her shop. She rewrote product descriptions with more emotion. She improved photos. She researched how successful U.S. sellers presented their brand. She treated her mindset like a muscle she needed to train. And training started small. She told herself, one more day, one more try, one more push. The next week was different. Not because results came instantly, but because she approached the work with a quieter mind. She set a timer each night, 40 minutes of focus. No judgment, no comparing herself to people who had been doing this for years. She adjusted her branding, added a simple story about why journal writing mattered to her. She posted on her social page, sharing her journey without pretending to be bigger than she was. Then, on a late Friday evening, while sipping tea in bed, she saw the notification. One sale. A stranger. Someone who believed in her work before she believed fully in herself. She stared at her phone for a long moment, letting it sink in. Not because the sale was big, but because it proved her inner battles had been lying to her. She felt something inside her unlock, something soft but powerful. Not confidence, but possibility. From there, she developed routines. She reinvested money slowly. She refined her craft. She created healthier self-talk. She learned to catch her doubts before they took root. She kept showing up, even on nights when exhaustion whispered that no one would care. And the sales grew, not dramatically, not virally, but steadily, just like her. Mariah learned that the hardest part of starting anything isn't the work. It's the quiet war happening inside your own mind, a war that tells you to shrink before the world gets a chance to see you. But breakthroughs don't happen when fear disappears. They happen when you move anyway, when you give yourself permission to grow slowly, when you stop treating your doubts as truth. Her first sale wasn't a financial victory. It was a personal one, a reminder that sometimes the world is waiting to support you, but only after you step out of your own way. But the moment that truly changed her future, the moment that redefined everything she believed about herself, came later in a way she never expected. Tonight's journey reminded us that breakthroughs often hide behind decisions that scare us, stretch us, or make us question our own sanity. If this story gave you clarity, a smile, or a spark of motivation, tap like so more people get stories that remind them their comeback is still possible. Share this with someone standing at a crossroads. Subscribe if you want more narratives that fuel your grind, your faith, and your growth. So until the next story, stay hungry, stay grounded, stay relentless, and always remember our 4 guiding words. Hustle, hope, heart, rise. That's the identity. That's the community. That's the journey. See you in the next narrative.